Hey there everybody, Gideon's Tactical here doing the in-depth review for you of the Spyderco Endura4. This is an awesome blade, so let's go ahead and jump right into it here. Give you quick specs. We got a 5-inch handle, 3 3/4 inch blade, so just under 9 inches overall, very large. You can see it in my large size hands, very big blade. Weight is 3.6 ounces, super lightweight, awesome lightweight for this particular blade. FRN handle. And those are the basic specs for you. 1/8 inch thick blade. So those are the basic specs. Let's jump to the top. Right here we got a 3 3/4 inch blade, like I said, made out of, let's see if you can see it, VG10 steel out of Seki City, Japan. This is a very high-end, great quality. VG10 is awesome steel. I love VG10. This is their combo edge. And this kind of has a little bit of a leaf design, but it's got some nice belly to it. This is 50-50, 50% combo, 50% plain. And it just cuts really, really well. And just amazingly wicked sharp out of the box. Going to hold an edge for a very long time and will take a very fine edge without too much difficulty when it comes time for resharpening. This one with the combo edge has the saber grind, which is an awesome grind. Basically, you can kind of see here this. It goes down, cuts in, and boom, goes straight to the edge. So that's very easy to resharpen with the angle. You know, it's not a hollow grind. This is more durable than, say, a hollow grind. The plain edge is a full flat grind. So if you like the full flat grind, you got to stick with plain edge. But this one has a saber grind, and that's an amazing grind. It's much better than hollow, in my opinion, and just a great overall way that they've designed this particular blade. Like I said, 1/8 inch thick blade, so that's super thick. I really like that. But it comes down to a good tip. It's not too weak that you're afraid of it chipping and breaking when you're doing hard work, but it's still thin enough that it's going to pierce really well. So this is a great, stabber, piercer. So for the POU, I'm definitely going to say tactical or large EDC for this particular blade. This one comes with the blacked out coating. You can get it with satin finish as well. So those are the overall specs of the blade itself. Just awesome design, great durability, large, just under 4 inches. So the cutting edge is 3 3/8, and the total length with this right here to my thumb is 3 3/4. So just kind of keep that in mind, maybe some of your state laws and different things like that. On to deployment. The deployment, because you are going up against a liner lock that does have some spring joints in there and different things, and you got your finger hole, which is great. I can get almost my whole finger through there. And I don't mind Spyderco's hole design at all. I can see how much fat, I can get my whole thumb in there. And with a little bit of a wrist flick and your thumb going at it, you can whip this open really easily. So the deployment itself, in my mind, is super easy. You can do it both left-handed or right-handed. We'll get to the pocket clip in a second. But just the deployment is great. Nice and smooth for a lock back. One of the better lock back deploying systems I've seen. So that's really good, and I am glad for that. Which brings us to the lockup of your hand. Right here along the back of the spine, you can see there's jimping as well as on this FRN handle right here. Great jimping and great thumb ramp. I mean, that is locked up. Spyderco knows what they're doing when it comes to lockup for your fingers, as well as the handle is designed so you have this finger choil down here kind of, so you're really locked in, so you can get really good leverage and pierce multiple times. Your thumb's not like, oh, slipping around and goofing around. I mean, it's locked in there nice and tight. The only thing I would say is here's a tenacious. That jimping versus the jimping on the back of this Endura, the Tenacious definitely has better jimping. So, I mean, nitpicking, yes, the Tenacious does have better jimping, and many Spydercos do have better jimping right here along the finger ramp right here than, say, this Endura. But compared to almost everything else on the market, I mean, it's amazing. So just great lockup overall. Lockup of the blade itself when it's deployed, it has the liner lock with, sorry, I keep saying liner lock. Lock back, I apologize. Lock back design. It has the lock back design with the Daniel dent, and that is just a great lockup. No wiggle left, right, up, down. And you can close this one-handed. You can just push this in here, kick it down a little bit, boom, close it. A lot of people complain that they don't like lockbacks because they can't close it one-handed. I totally disagree. I love lockbacks because of the strength they give me, but without too much trouble, I can totally just kick this down a little bit, and I'm not worried about it coming down and cutting my fingers, or whatever, as long as you're not stupid and like kicking it down really hard. Just kick it a little bit, boom, Move your hand, boom, it's closed. So lock up and the lock back design is great. Love that. Onto the handles. Great texturing here with this FR on handle all over the place. You can see that. I love it. It's great. Gives me really good texture in my hand when it's wet or sweaty or whatever. And it helps with the lightness as well as these milled out. I don't know if you can see that in there. Milled out liners. Yeah, there you go, right there. You can see that they're milled out, and that's what brings us to the lightweightness of this knife. 3.6 ounces is screaming light for such a large knife, and I love that about this particular knife. So those FR on handles and the milled out steel liners definitely help with that, as well as just the overall size. You know, I wear large size gloves. Look at that. I mean, I got almost a whole inch hanging off the back if I wanted to. I almost could hammer someone in, knock someone in the temple with that or something, but just very large. So if I got gloves on, even if they're large, you know, it's really cold out and I got really thick gloves on, I'm going to be able to get a good grip on this with good finger grooving and just my fingers fit in there really nice and really well. Just really well designed handle. Bringing us to the pocket clip. Tip up, tip down, left or right. This is a total ambidextrous knife. If you're a lefty, this is a great knife to purchase. And just awesome. The pocket clip itself is really well designed. Nothing fancy, but you know, you got your little Spyderco logo. It isn't necessarily the strongest. I can definitely, you know, flex that, but it slides in really well, and it's nice because it rides regardless of which way you carry it. It rides on the Spyderco logo, so it's not going to tear up your pocket when you're removing it. But it's locked in there nice and deep. It does ride a little high. Let's see if I can show you here. So you're going to have about that much sticking out. No matter what you do, you're going to have about that much sticking out. So I don't mind that. I like knives that have a little bit to grab, but some people don't like that. And as you can see, paracord lanyard hole right there. You can definitely get paracord through there. So those are the overall specs and overall feeling of this knife. I'm very impressed. Very large, but it's so slim. Just going to give you some other options here, show you a couple quick examples here. See if I can do it on screen. Other size knives, we got a Spyderco, and the two of these are going to be Spyderco. We got the Spyderco Paramilitary, similar in size, exact same weight actually, but shorter handle. So it's just not going to take up as much space, but it is a thicker handle. The handle is thicker, and then but those are the exact same weight. And then we have just a budget, you know, we got a Rat Model 1 folder, and those are almost the exact same size. The Endura is just a little bit longer in the blade. But this is 5 ounces, just to kind of show you how amazing it is with that lightweightness of this particular Endura. 3.6 ounces, 5 ounces. And they're almost the exact same in every department. Better texturing, better pocket clip design in my opinion for the Endura. But this thing is almost an ounce and a half heavier. So, I mean, oh, sorry, excuse me, 2.5 ounces heavier. So it's just a really big difference when you're looking at large knives when you have a super lightweight 3.6 versus 5 ounce knife. So I just wanted to kind of give you those quick examples right there. But an overall, an amazing large EDC or a tactical blade. If you're law enforcement, military, or you just want a really nice large blade that you can do a lot of work, you know, your camp knife, backpacking knife, you know, whatever, you can't go wrong with Spyderco Endura. So hopefully this helps you out. Thanks for watching. Stay equipped, stay prepared, and I'll see you out there.